What's going on, everyone? It's Marsellis back with another video. We're going to be talking about Baby Doge, talking about where Baby Doge is going to be going next. So definitely hit that like button and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you all want me to go over next. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. If you want to become a member of the channel, definitely go ahead and do it. I'll go over any crypto that the members want me to go over first. But let's get straight to it. So what we're going to talk about here right now with Baby Doge is going to be some technicals, and then we're also going to talk about some of the other stuff that's going on inside Baby Doge. So we're going to go over that stuff first, and then we're going to go over the technicals. So let's do that first. So the first thing we want to talk about here at Baby Doge, yes, Baby Doge is trending. So look, go over here to CoinGecko, and boom, Baby Doge trending right there. Yep, that's pretty good that we're like literally trending all the time. And not only is Baby Doge trending on there, literally every single news article is writing about us. Like we're literally getting so much press right now. So you can see over here, this is a news article by Binance Smart Chain News. So this is actually pretty big because everyone's been talking about how we got verified, which is actually very good that we got verified on there. But yeah, everyone's doing some posts about us. They're retweeting us, talking about how we are verified. So that's very good news there. We're trending on CoinGecko. Good stuff going on there. That's probably why Baby Doge is up a whole 6.6% and now 5.7. But when you go over here at Bitcoin only up 1.4%. And I'm going to talk about Bitcoin in a second in the technicals because we're actually about to start getting a pump inside the crypto market. So you definitely want to stick around for that. Now, also over here, this is today's top 5 searches on CoinX. Baby Doge being the number 1, the top above Bitcoin. Baby Doge is literally above Bitcoin. And we're above Celsius, even though Celsius was trending all over the place. But yet we're above Celsius. See, Baby Doge is literally on top of everything. Not only are we on top of that, but look at this. We're on top of our burn game too. Burned 16.3K in the last 24 hours. Now, obviously, is going to be changing like as we go throughout the day. Now it's at a lower amount. Now it's at $8,457 in the last 24 hours. But still, this is pretty good that we're burning that much every day. That's 6.9 trillion, Baby Doge. Yeah, that's a lot of money. But anyways, moving on from there, let's talk about our technicals now. I mentioned earlier that I was going to go over Bitcoin and Baby Doge. Look at that. Look at that right there, that bullish signal. We're going to talk about this. So let's do this. So look, the first thing for Baby Doge right now, you're probably going to end up seeing Baby Doge trying to get up here to this resistance, right? Now, I usually would say that we would get rejected at this, but I'm going to talk about why I think that we could actually break out from this area here. Now, remember, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but let's talk about this. So look, the red areas indicate supply and demand of less demand. So pretty much the red areas are like resistance areas. Green areas, supply and demand of more demand. Notice that there are no green areas. There are back here when we actually started becoming bullish, but there's no green areas up here. There was one right here. We almost went bullish, and you can see we started to go up here a little bit, but we got rejected again, and then we went back down. So there's no red areas. So right now, what we see as our immediate resistance is over here at 1250, right? And then we got the top area over here, which is around 1400. So what we're looking at here is 1200, well, 1250 for our resistance at the low side, and then 1400 at the high side for our resistance. So this is pretty significant, and it's important to know these two areas because that's when we're going to have our most resistance, obviously, because it's resistance, right? But that's when we're going to know whether or not this is a bull trap or not. Because if it cannot pass, for one, 1250, if it can't pass the 1250 point burst, then you're going to see this as a bull trap. So I don't want to see this as a bull trap. But hey, like I said, if we do not pass this area right here, and if we can't do that, then it was confirmed a bull trap. But look, if we get past 1250 and we at least get up to 1400 and get rejected at 1400, we still have that possibility to move back to our support to build that momentum back at 1250 and then try to pump out from there, right? So that's what we got here for the short term for Baby Doge. Now look at this for the 4-hour chart. Now looking at the 4-hour chart, remember this is the long-term chart. This is where you start to see the bullish signals here for Baby Doge. So like I said, green areas, supply and demand of more demand. They're pretty much support areas. Now it is fading out a little bit, but we still have some green, more demand areas. Look, the selling here is starting to fade out as well. You can see over here, the 24-hour market control is in control by the bulls by 80%. So it's pretty much indicating that we are 80% bullish here on Baby Doge for the long term. So the 4-hour chart is the long term. But whenever you look over here at the 15M chart, which is very short term, it says the 24-hour market control in control by the bears by 60%. So we're 60% bearish when you look at it for the short term. But when you go over here and then you look at the long-term chart, it's 80% bullish. So that's very significant. Now, I want to show you something else with Baby Doge. So let's go ahead and back out of this point here. All right, so the next thing that you want to look at here for this 4-hour chart is our next movement. So our next movement, it's probably going to be more so on the upside. Look, you can still see the resistance here. So we still have that resistance at 1250 and 1400. So we really need to get past that. But look, if we do not get past that, pretty much what you will see is that pullback, like I said, below 1250. If we do not get past 1400, and then you're going to see it eventually touching the bottom here. Now it could get below that bottom area, which we really don't need to worry about the bottom area right now. What you really want to look at though is these top areas, because after we pump in, that's if we pump, if we can actually get past these levels here, then the next area for baby doge to get stopped at is all the way up here at 1800. So that's a huge run up. And then from after that, from 1800, the next run up will be all the way up to 2300. So we have a lot of areas that we need to pass here at baby doge. And the reason why I think the whole overall crypto market is about to become bullish is because of this. Look at this right here. This is the oscillator. So what this oscillator is pretty much showing us is when there's buying and when there's selling. When the buying is starting to slow down, when the selling is speeding up. What we're seeing right now is the selling is slowing down. Look at how this selling is so huge, so significant. Look at how this selling is smaller than that one, and then how this one right here is way smaller than both of them. So we're going to have to zoom in on this. So look at this right here. So I'm just going to kind of zoom in a little bit more, and you can see this right here. All this red selling, and then this little tiny red area here, very small, a small amount of selling, very small, small amount of selling. And then it reflects in these large selling, small selling, small selling. It's really moving at a calculated pace right now. Now, it does show the bears are in control of Bitcoin by 100% in the 24-hour market control. That's the last 24 hours. But I'll explain why that really doesn't mean nothing. Look at this right here. So the reason why this is such a bullish signal for Bitcoin is because of this. Look at the oscillator here. Look at how the buying is starting to go down too, right? So the buying is becoming smaller, yet the selling is becoming smaller. What is this? Why is it doing that? That's called consolidation. We are consolidating right now. We have a huge opportunity here with Bitcoin. Now, if we can just pump at the end, a lot of people have been talking about how Bitcoin's about to pump. I definitely think Bitcoin's probably going to have a nice little pump here. And that's pretty much going to bring us all the way up to this red resistance line up here. That's going to be up at 22.6K all the way up there. So we're probably going to see high 22Ks with this next pump. So look, bull, bull, bull. It says 3 bulls, and it usually shows that right before it goes bullish. And then look, as we are overbought here, it says bear, bear, bear. And what does that show? It shows that we're bearish. And then look, boom, it sells off because it shows those indicators. Same thing here. And then whenever it shows that it's about to become bullish, it did become bullish over here, but it did very shortly. It was a bull trap. So I'm not saying that we're just going to pump out of nowhere and we're just going to continue to go all the way up to the moon. No, it could be a bull trap. But we are about to get an increase inside of buying pressure, which is going to take and bring the price of Bitcoin up. Maybe Bitcoin stops at 21.6K. Maybe it stops less than that. Maybe it stops at 21.8K or 22K. What we do know is that we are going to get some buying in. So you want to watch out for that. So that's pretty much what I wanted to show you all there. Like I said, there's huge potential here, and this is definitely a bullish signal. Now, whenever you look over here, we already had our bulls coming in for Bitcoin. And look, the bulls started to come in. You can see here the selling was here, selling was there. And it shows since the selling is getting smaller and smaller, that's a bullish signal. And then boom, we went overbought there. And yeah, we were a little bit overbought in that area. And the reason why is it shows that there was buying, but it looks so insignificant. It's because we are on the 4-hour chart. But also, look, it did go up whenever it said it was about to go up. But like I said, it could be a bull trap. So the same thing that's about to happen now, it could go up. But what if it's a bull trap? It could be a bull trap. But the reason why I don't believe it's a bull trap, look how it goes up, boom, gets rejected. But what we didn't have over there is this green area. This green area, remember, this is supply and demand of more demand. There's more demand in the green areas. Notice how it's now starting to form up, but it didn't form up back here. There wasn't enough demand for Bitcoin. This was just the whales pumping it up, but there wasn't demand from the retailers. But now we're seeing demand for everyone coming in at this area here. And since there's more demand at this area, people are going to start buying it. Typically, what we see in these more demand areas with Bitcoin, let me go back over here. I don't know why I did a Control Z. But anyways, whenever we see these areas here, these green areas, typically it always brings us all the way back to the next red area. And that's where we have the next less demand area. That's where we have the next major resistance. Yeah, 22K is resistance, 23K is resistance, but 28K, that's major resistance. And what we have here, major support. So what do you see? You're going to see Bitcoin going up to the major resistance. We may get rejected, and then we may go back down to our major support. So we could see that coming up here for Bitcoin, and it typically does this all the time. You can actually see here when we hit the green area down here, we almost hit it. We literally almost went all the way up here to the red area, almost all the way up there. So we have the potential to at the very least, hit 22K or 23, 24K at the very least. But at the most, we have the potential to hit 28K off this pump. So that's what you're seeing here. And it's pretty much showing you like inside of every single area here, every time it hits the green area, it always goes and pumps up to the red area. So it always does that. Look, hits the green area, starts to pump up to the red area. Hits the green area, starts to pump up to the red area. Hits the green area right here, and then it breaks below the green area. But then it hits another green area and then starts to pump into the red area. So that's what we're having here with Bitcoin. I think there's potential here, and you can see over here, hits the green area, starts pumping. It does it all the time. Hits here, starts pumping. So yeah, you pretty much get the drift here. So yeah, there's potential for Bitcoin to start pumping from here. That's all I'm trying to say here. But remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Definitely hit the like button, subscribe if you like the video. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you all want me to go over next. If you want to become a member of the channel, definitely go ahead and do that. I'll go over any crypto that the members want me to go over next. And as always, I'll be back with another video.